Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be taking a look at the original Nintendo Wii. This is one of my favorite consoles. It seems like Nintendo always has a special place in my heart. I love pretty much all of those, but the Wii was definitely a game changer back in its day, and I'm so glad that I have one still here in the house to review for you all today. So how long have I had this Wii? Well, this is the original Nintendo Wii. And from what I can find, I do believe this came out in 2006, which when you think about it, man, that was a long time ago. I vividly remember, though, getting this thing on launch day. So I remember that I had to go to several stores, of course, things like the GameStop and all them didn't have it. But we found some kind of store that nobody had ever heard of. I don't even remember the name of it. I think it's out of business now. But they had one, and I bought it as fast as I possibly could. So yeah, I've enjoyed the Wii now ever since 2006, and getting it out today and playing it again is just so nostalgic. I mean, this thing is fantastic. Let's talk about the design of the Nintendo Wii. So for a console in 2006, this was relatively small. It's not a big console at all, and it's not a heavy console either. One thing I do notice, though, is it has a little bit of a heft to it, but the body of it is made, of course, of the kind of shiny, glossy plastic. Kind of reminds you of some Apple products, which I guess isn't a bad thing. On the front of the Wii, you can see your power button with the standby light, and then, of course, the green light whenever it's turned on. There's also a reset button, so if it freezes up or anything, you can quickly reset it. There is the disk drive on the front. Now, the cool thing about the Wii, of course, is that you could also play GameCube games in this. Now, I never had a GameCube. I know you're probably hating me right now, but I've never actually played GameCube or had any GameCube games to put into the Wii. But if you do, you can do that with this, of course. And another cool GameCube-related feature is if you open up the top hatch, you're going to find 2 slots for your GameCube memory cards. So that's pretty cool as well. And then there's another hatch to the left on the top that kind of allows you to plug in up to 4 GameCube controllers. So they really thought of everything here with the Wii and GameCube compatibility. Also on the front, of course, we have a little eject button. But then around the sides of the Wii, it's really nothing. It's just kind of that glossy plastic. On the back of the Wii, you can find a nice little cooling area there for, obviously, heat to escape. You see 2 USB ports on top. And then as we go down, you kind of see all your connectivity. So there's a place for your sensor bar, a place for the power adapter thing, and then, of course, your AVI cables. So, yeah, this is traditional red, white, and yellow cables, so no HDMI on your Wii. The thing, of course, that makes the Wii really interesting, unique, is how you can control it. So we have a sensor bar that plugs in the back, like I mentioned earlier, and it just sits on top of your TV, and then you have a wireless Wii remote control. So this remote control kind of, acts with the sensor bar in order to kind of move your cursor around on the screen to select things, whether it's in the menu or the game. This can also be used, of course, for motion. So if you're playing Wii Sports Bowling, it knows when you throw it back and release it when you're bowling or when you're swinging the tennis racket. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of, when you think about it, like Xbox Connect, but just a long time ago. The Wii Remote features really simple controls. There's really nothing to it whatsoever. You have an A button here, a D-pad, power button, which allows you to turn on the Wii itself and also the remote. You have a home button to go back to the home menu. You have volume indicators, so you can turn the volume up and down the remote, but you can also use those for gameplays as well. And then you have 1 and 2, which I believe allows you to choose the which remote it is. I'm not too sure. I can't actually remember that, to be honest with you. And there's a B trigger on the back. And your Wii remote, of course, is powered by 2 AA batteries in the back of it. Also, we can plug in the nunchucks down there in the bottom, kind of give you some extra controls for certain games. Now, speaking of games, so there was a nice selection of games for the Wii. Of course, some of the all-time favorites is the Wii Sports series, in my opinion. But we also had some good ones like Mario Kart that actually came with a steering wheel that you could put your Wii remote into to give you that extra kind of experience. So that's pretty cool. And that's another nice thing about the Wii is there was so many nice accessories. I personally have the entire Rock Band thing. I have Mario Kart steering wheels. I have the Wii fitness board with the Wii Fit game. So there was a lot of different things you could buy to make your experience a little bit better in certain games on your Wii. Now, as far as gameplay and performance, so the gameplay, of course, it's not incredible graphics, but you got to remember what time frame we were in. We were in 2006, right? So the graphics are not the worst in the world, but they're definitely not HD. Now, as far as smoothness goes, this thing is still really smooth, even today. You see smooth animations, transitions. When you're trying to interact using the Wii remote and the sensor bar, I mean, it pretty much picks up your movement almost instantly. I mean, if you just kind of move the cursor really quick, it goes with it. So as far as that goes, UI-wise and everything like that, it's still really good today. And with the gameplay, like I said, we're not talking 4K, HDR, those kind of graphics. We're using, obviously, non-HD, right? Good old video cables. Who remembers plugging in those video cables back in the day? But yeah, I really like the gameplay. It's still good. It's decent, and it's just got that character that we all know with the Wii, the Mii's and different things like that. So gameplay today is still really fun. It's relatively smooth, and it's still pretty impressive what they were able to do with all the sensor bar and the remote and everything back in the day. Now here's the topic a little bit more sad. So support for the Wii nowadays, it's not too good. There are no longer software updates for the Wii itself, the original Wii, and also the Wii Shop channel. You can no longer download new applications or update your current ones or anything like that, or even purchase games. I mean, you can't even do that anymore. So if you want to get any games for your Wii, you're going to have to buy them physical disc copies, of course. But I understand, getting rid of the support is just kind of sad. But I was very surprised to learn when I did go in the Wii Shop channel, they supported this thing all the way to 2019, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. So it's only been about 2 years since support has ended, but man, it's just kind of sad still. So yeah, most of the channels on my particular Wii no longer are active. So things like forecast, news, the internet browser is so old that you can't load any modern websites. YouTube app doesn't work, Wii Shop channel, all that stuff does not work. So at this point in 2021, really the only thing you're going to be able to do with your Wii is play games. And for most people, that's probably all they want to do anyways. So what do I think about the Nintendo Wii here in 2021? Well, I think if you can find one for a good used price on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or wherever you shop, GameStop, whatever, I think it's still well worth it. I mean, this is just such a classic console now with some amazing titles like Wii Sports that just never get old. I mean, they never get old. When I got this thing out the other day, setting it up for my unboxing video, you guys saw me doing a little gameplay in that video, but let me tell you, I spent an hour and a half at least after that video was done just playing Wii Sports. I mean, it was so much fun to get back into that classic game. So yeah, in 2021, the Wii is no longer supported, no longer getting updates, or you can't download things anymore, but you can still play some of your classic favorite games, and that's all that matters in my opinion. So yeah, guys, that's my review of the Nintendo Wii here in 2021. Let me know what you think about the Wii. Do you have one? and what was your favorite game to play on it. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching the channel as always, and I will catch you all in the next video.